Hey there! This video is about social media strategy, and it's not going to be a comprehensive, every little detail in and out social media strategy video, but it will have four key points. Four key points that will help you make sure that your posts and content gets more engagement. So before you make a post, you want to make sure that you ask yourself these questions. So the first question stands for the letter V, is how valuable is what you're sharing? Is it impactful? Is it life-changing? Is it important? You want to make sure that what you're sharing is valuable. Are you sharing a quote that might be interesting, but not really that significant? Or are you sharing a life-changing story? Are you sharing maybe a life-changing product? Are you bringing up something that's funny? That can be very valuable too. So think about what your value is, and is that the value that your target wants? So you might be, if you're a comedian and you're sharing things that are funny, that's great. But if you are a lawyer and you're trying to connect with people who are doing corporate law or criminal law, and you're posting jokes on your social media, although humor is valuable, it's not very relevant. So you do want relevant value as well. The next one is rare. The next point is rare. Sorry for that long pause. I had to think for a second. So rare, it means that can you find this post in any old place? Or is there something unique about you? Is there a reason for them to come and see you instead of somebody else? This relates to your value that you're offering, but also the rarity in terms of if you post memes with cars or quotes on nice pictures or ads that are very generic, whatever they may be, they're not very rare. And what tends to happen with those is people turn on they just skim through and they don't look at what you're sharing. They turn their blinders on to your content. And you don't want to get in the habit of that. You have to build up a consistent reputation and brand for excellence. And that means that you have to have something that makes you stand out, something that makes you different, something that is rare. Make it something that they can't just go to any old place. For example, for when I teach yoga classes, it's very rare that they get a teacher that understands business, understands global development, understands human connection and compassion, and is able to bring these elements together in class, is a healthy young male, has a great versatility of his own personal practice, plus the capacity to teach with a good voice and the list goes on. So by becoming a person of value and stand out and rare, I have successful yoga classes. Same sort of thing when you go for a job interview. If you're a dime a dozen, you're not standing out. Same thing with your social media content. So you want to have something that's unique and rare, not everywhere. The next one, I, which might take me another moment to remember what it stands for, is imitatable and non-substitutable. So imitatable and non-substitutable. Now I won't forget. So imitatable. This relates to, so right now what you could have is also rare and it could be valuable, but it might be really easy to imitate. So for example, Warren Buffett, when he shares something, everyone in the world knows that so far there's very few investors that have his track record of successful investing into the billions and billions and billions of dollars. And so it's not very easy to imitate what he did, and thus his advice is rare, valuable, and hard to create. An average Joe can't go and say, this is what you need to do to invest like a champion. They don't have that success. And so that's not very imitatable. Same sort of thing as when a famous celebrity gives some advice and starts talking about beauty or confidence or love. It's like anybody can say that, but you can't imitate if Tony Robbins says something or if Kim Kardashian says something. There's a certain element that you can't imitate that. But if average Joe says something, another average Joe says something, maybe posts a Mother Teresa quote or decides to say, I'm having a webinar today, and there's 1,000 other webinars that are saying how to make money online, then that's very imitatable, and it devalues it and makes it less rare. And so you want to make sure that what you have is hard to replicate. It has to be stand out. The last one that we talked about is non-substitutable. So non-substitutable is, can I get this somewhere else very easily? For example, if I go to the bank and I want to get financial planning advice, I can go to many different banks, many different financial planners. If I want to get a personal trainer, I can go to many different trainers, many different gyms. So on that level of average, there's many people. It's substitutable. It's very easy to find a substitute for, say, well, Timberlane has a page, or Sandy has a page, or Joey has a page, and you know, all these people's pages look the same. You could follow on Instagram, you could follow Jen Settler and Kayla Anitsias, and you could be like, well, their page is the same. I could follow either one. They're similar pages, but the more differentiated they make themselves, the more they create a demand and a following for themselves, the more effective their social media strategy becomes. And so when I do my yoga, again, it's hard because for someone to replicate what I do, because it's not very replicatable, it's not very substitutable, it's rare, it's valuable, and there's not a lot of Timberlanes in the world. I would venture to guess there is none. And so somebody can't copy me. I'm unique. And you want to be unique too in whatever you're doing. If you have questions about this, let me know and I'll answer the questions. But these are some of the core elements that you want to ask yourself when you're making your social media strategy. How valuable, how rare, is it copyable, or how irreplaceable is it? And how substitutable is it, in the sense that, is there many different places that you can go to get that? And you want to be the standout, valuable, unique, uncopyable, visionary, excellent person that you already can be, and now you're going to take that into your social media strategy. That's all for now. Bye.